Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notify button, and you'll never miss a video again. WWE and Netflix touting that Raw got off to a strong start.
60 million viewers.
They issued a press release stating that the show averaged 2.6 million households in the U.S. in live and same-day viewing, and that the worldwide number was 4.9 million live plus one views. So, that would be 116. So here's the thing, everybody. We're talking households now and not viewers. So households are weird because then you have to determine, well, how many people were actually watching in the household? You know, we're 1.4 people really watching per household. So the number they came up with, the 2.6 million households, would put it 116% higher than the average 2024 household audience of 1.2 million, and higher than any other Raw broadcast in the last 5 years. The event also more than doubled the adult 18 to 49 audience versus last year. I like how they now call it adult 18 to 49. It used to be persons 18 to 49. Now it's adults 18 to 49. So this does not count the adults under the age of 18, of which there would be none, because they're not adults yet. But anyway, viewers are defined as the total view hours for the program divided by the runtime.
What?
Nearest proxy for average minute audience at the household level does not include co-viewing. I don't know, who cares what any of this stuff means? And they're happy, they're making their money, whatever. I will say, I don't dispute, I don't disbelieve for a second that they had like tons of people tuning in, because if you follow along the thread on our board, I mean, there were a bunch of people that don't watch Raw, haven't watched Raw, have no interest in watching Raw, that decided they were going to watch Raw. Now, granted, it's an odd little viewership group because they're hardcore viewers that are subscribers, but the gist of it from those that watched for the first time in a long time was that they weren't watching again next week. And we do know, because we've seen it many times. We saw it when WWE moved to Fox. We saw it when AEW debuted. That first episode is always going to have a very, very large viewership that is going to immediately fall off for show 2. So I don't think these numbers, I think these numbers are probably extraordinarily accurate for the U.S. I don't think they will be like this starting next week. So that's the number.
And who knows if we hear about them next week?
Well, if they're bad, we won't.
We'll just hear that they were the #1 show on Netflix for a day, which they were this time around, and then they fell to 4 or whatever, right? Because of the +1 aspect of things. And from how it sounds at the end of the day as well, I think Nielsen for a long time was 1.4 people per household was kind of how they did the number. 1 equaled 1.4. So it kind of sounds like that's what they're doing in this case anyway, and that's how they're counting things. So it doesn't really matter. Again, in a vacuum, week to week, these things aren't worth talking about in most cases as it is. They're more something you need to gather information on, and then you can take a look at things historically.
Thanks for checking out this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe.